things have gotten worse. And it's what's affecting other countries is now here in the United States. Thousands have been protesting across the United States. We're on high alert. 2,000 U.S. troops on notice to deploy as Israel and Hamas war intensifies. I have video, and this is for educational purposes, fair use. It's a lot that's happening, you guys. So we need to really pray over ourselves, our families, and those who are involved. Those families and troops that are just on hold right now as to what is about to happen. And we are going to be in that war, regardless of what Biden says or anyone else says. They would not be sending those people just to stand by, because soon as somebody gets unalived or injured, which we've already had Americans die from what's happening over there, things are going to heat up over here too. So approximately 2,000 U.S. troops have been ordered to be ready to deploy in response to the escalating conflicts between Israel and Palestinian militant groups Hamas. Pentagon officials announced that on Tuesday. The prepare to deploy order by Defense Secretary, ability to respond quickly to the evolving security environment in the Middle East. Pentagon Deputy Press Secretary said in a news release on Tuesday. And I'm trying to mind my words here, you guys, because anytime I put these kinds of videos up, I'm always getting hit with something with YouTube. So that's why I don't do a lot of these videos. But I need y'all to know if you don't know what is happening. So if preparations do lead to a deployment, U.S. personnel from various units based across the Middle East and Europe are expected to assume support roles. The Pentagon did not specify how many troops, if any, but they did say 2,000, would be deployed inside Israel. So they're not saying how many will be inside Israel, but 2,000 troops are going to be deployed. They'll be inside Israel's border, or whether personnel would occupy locations outside the country. We now have military in our airports, at our bus stations in New York City. We have Hamas leaders calling for a day of violence pretty much in the United States. So when I always say what's happening over in other countries will happen here, we're going to be affected some kind of way. So y'all, please get your home stocked up. So if something does happen, you don't have to go out in this foolishness. So check these videos out. Let me know what you think down in the comments, and I'll see you guys in the next video. I love you, but God loves you more. He created only one you. Be the best you that you can be. And when you are, go out and spread God's love. Peace, love, and light. Thanks for being here on Tommy Bites TV.
Pro-Palestinian and pro-Israeli protesters clashed during heated demonstrations in Times Square. The Democratic Socialists of America held a rally yesterday afternoon, starting at the crossroads of the world, continuing across 42nd Street to Bryant Park. The organization called on New Yorkers to support its cause on the social media platform X, writing, "In solidarity with the Palestinian people and their right to resist 75 years of occupation and apartheid." The NYPD says it's aware of the situation and noted that there is no known threat to New York City. Officers did, however, make 3 arrests over the weekend outside the Israeli consulate, where many gathered for counter-demonstrations.
Free, free Palestine!
Free, free Palestine!
Free, free Palestine!
Free, free Palestine!
من المية للمية!
من المية للمية!
bracing for chaos. The NYPD is ordering all personnel to report for duty Friday after a Hamas terrorist leader called for a day of anger and sacrifice,
telling Muslims to take to the streets across the world and protest against Israel.
Security in New York is already ramping up. There are heavily armed officers stationed at New York's Grand Central Station and the Port Authority bus terminal. Tomorrow, the streets will be teeming with uniformed officers. All uniformed members of the service in every rank have been called up, according to an NYPD memo. Be prepared for deployment.
There's been a lot of internet traffic that is giving concern to law enforcement authorities.
The war in Israel has become a flashpoint on the nation's college campuses. The students here at Brooklyn College say they're protesting the siege of the Gaza Strip, but they're saying nothing about the barbarity of what Hamas did in Israel that has shocked the world to its core. Students at the University of Wisconsin appear to be in full support of the carnage inflicted by Hamas.
We will liberate the land! By any means necessary!
At the University of North Carolina, it got ugly when pro-Israel students crashed a pro-Palestinian rally.
How students can have so little empathy and recognition of the vile terrorism that resulted in the atrocities.
Perhaps the most outrageous statement comes from Students for Justice in Palestine at Tufts University in Massachusetts. They actually praised the creativity of Hamas for sending in a fleet of paragliders to attack Israel. Donald Trump is under fire today for calling Hezbollah, the Lebanese-based terrorist group attacking Israel from the north, very smart.
And they said, gee, I hope Hezbollah doesn't attack from the north, because that's the most vulnerable spot. I said, wait a minute. You know, Hezbollah is very smart. They're all very smart.
Ron DeSantis blasted Trump on X. It is absurd that anyone, much less someone running for president, would choose now to attack our friend and ally Israel, much less praise Hezbollah terrorists as very smart.
This new information coming in is extremely disturbing.
Today, Israel released images of the youngest victims of the Hamas attack. One CNN anchor struggled to maintain composure as she described them.
The 3 photos that are being released show 2 babies whose bodies have been burned. I know Hamas has denied beheading children, but they certainly cannot deny what is on video, what is in photos, and what people have seen with their own eyes.
Wandering and fading, I know there is something more than this. I think I am ready for doing some changing. Oh God, there is something more than this. You can have all the world. I wanna be a shining light, that shows through the darkness, the fire burning in the night. Be a hope for the world so broken. Be a friend to the lonely, the joy that he showed me. Make the broken things new. Yeah, I'm the only hope for you and I wanna have the heart of Jesus. Yeah. Cries of the broken, I know they were made for to the lonely, the joy that He showed me. Make the broken things new. Yeah, the only hope for you and I wanna have the heart